Little slow we got going on. Granny Itzy's got for us. Where the hell are we, bro? These motherfuckers got the most secure base. You gotta teleport to get into that bitch. I guess there it is more sacred, right? They got an actual, like, straight up spiritual wild that they can communicate with directly and they see shit. Like, dude, this motherfucker got rituals and shit. Like, this motherfucker got that old sacred flame. The swag flame.
One of the routine duties of a priest. We attempt to contact the spirits of our ancestors to seek epiphanies and revelations.
It's an old as shit, bro.
The chief is just over there. Please wait here while I have a word with him. I'll just be a moment.
Interesting. The other tribes call them elders. It's with the high priest.
Well, the Masters of the Night Wind are definitely living up to their reputation as the mysterious ones.
Yeah, they are.
All right, I've told the chief why we're here, and now you may speak with him. Right this way.
Why are we here again? We kind of just walked up on a sorry and told us to walk in.
So, you two are the appointed ones. I am Chief Biram. Welcome. And thank you for your patience.
Bro, you Lotus from fucking Warframe, bro? What's going on with the hell?
So tall.
Unusually so. Yes, I am aware. But I assure you, it's no cause for alarm.
Oh, no, of course not. Sorry, Paimon just reacted without thinking.
Yeah, why are you a giga nigga? Any particular reason?
Ah, yes. Caholam told me about that. As outsiders to our tribe, this is probably the first you've heard of such appointments.
Yeah.
I'm sure the whole thing seems very confusing. Throughout our history, only members of the Masters of the Night Wind have been appointed to undertake these tasks. This is the first time an outsider has ever been chosen.
Can I refuse? Looks like I'm not
Allow
part of the
me
damn
to
tribe.
explain. Our tribe has an old tradition of recording history in the form of woven scrolls. And not just our own history. We record the legends and heroic feats of all other tribes as well. It is a tradition we have observed for many centuries. We treat it as a solemn duty.
Okay.
However, when a major event occurs that affects all of Natlan, we record it on a different kind of scroll, used for this exact purpose.
Yeah, like the
And
Natlan
these scrolls
crisis.
can only be woven by someone of the Iktomisor Elders' choosing. When the
His helmet's
Iktomisor
cracked.
Elder
What's up?
senses a major change in the ley lines, it will issue a formal
Right.
declaration
Left
to
side.
appoint a creator for this scroll.
Alright, his left.
Whoa, so you mean...
Elder Tlapo sensed a ley line change quite some time ago, but had not yet designated the scroll weavers until you arrived.
Okay, but just so you're aware, we don't know the first thing about weaving scrolls.
Yeah, we're not even like fucking. We don't know shit about Natlan, especially this tribe.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
that
correct.
does not surprise me at all.
How come?
No one who's
In
appointed
the
does.
200 years that Elder Tlapo has held this position, none of the appointed ones have ever been experienced scroll weavers.
Oh, so it's built into the tradition then.
Does that mean 200 years of major historical events have gone unrecorded?
No, they're gonna record it, just not.
No. They all submitted scrolls in time, yet each of them claimed it was not their own work, but a gift from the spirits.
What the hell's that even mean?
Man, this tribe gets more mysterious by the second.
Oh, that's what happens when you go into mysticism. Reality kind of just gets clouded.
Well, that is the part that troubles me. The notion that we have to rely on esoteric things like gifts from the spirits to record historical events of such great importance. It is unsettling.
Gonna break that tradition. Don't want to fall into the
That's
trap
pretty
of
surprising to
Canopy
hear
Story
coming
Quest,
from the chief of this tribe.
where they want to be stuck in the past. The exact opposite.
I can
of
imagine. You probably see the Masters of the Night Wind as a people shrouded in mystery, who pride ourselves on our arcane practices.
That's exactly what I said.
But I am something of an exception. I may be the chief, but when it comes to our traditions, I'm in fact a proponent of change and reform. I have dedicated my energies to deciphering the many mysteries of our tribe. In doing so, I hope to establish clearer rules that will help sustain our traditions in the future.
Yeah, like letting anyone record
Wow,
history.
that sounds great! So have you figured out the mystery of the gift from the spirits?
There's Star Eyes.
Sadly not. It is something I've been investigating for a long time, but I have yet to uncover what this gift truly refers to.
I'll let an outsider figure
Only
it
a
out.
small handful of events over the years have been recorded on these special scrolls, with decades between each one. And by the time the next scroll weaver is appointed, my time as chief will be long gone. I will not be in a position to investigate as thoroughly.
Well, what are your best bets then?
So,
Yeah, we're the best bet, Paimon.
While I haven't gotten to the bottom of the matter, I have made some progress. But the only way I can develop my theories further is with the cooperation of the appointed ones.
That's where we roll it.
Precisely. It's nothing to be worried about. Simply a means of validating my current hypothesis. It shouldn't take you long, nor will it put you in any danger.
I mean, yeah, it seems that people have no clue what the hell they're doing or are appointed to do this thing every time. It can't be that hard. Learning how to do it has to be built into the damn practice. They end up doing it.
I can explain everything in detail when we get to the site of the test. But first, please wait a moment while I change out of the soul shielding cloak. This garb is one of our important cultural relics, handed down by
Soul shield.
generations of chiefs. It is only to be worn when conducting certain ceremonies.
Let me get. That's gonna get stolen.
oh,
Please, follow me.
Well, if I can look like them bat birds.
Do you see this scroll? If you touch it, you will enter a hidden space.
Oh, fuck these motherfuckers. I just love that not letting you just straight
Today's
up magic.
test is, quite simply, to find a way to escape that space.
that's it?
Maze Runner?
I assure you, it's not as easy as it sounds. If you cannot find your own way out, I will of course intervene to bring you back here. But then, we will be no closer to solving this mystery.
Alright.
Good. Simply touch the scroll to begin the test.
I love that Notland just got straight up fucking magic. Like, it's not even like hidden or like tied into someone, or they just straight up have like fucking mystical magic arts. This looks like a cool place. Lots of blues and purples. Very mystical.
Whoa, we really did get teleported.
Yeah, this is like someone's fucking tapestry house. Where the hell are we?
It seems like this place is completely sealed off. Doesn't look like there's an exit anywhere.
We make our own exit.
Let's take a look around and see what we can find.
Look at that. Who is that? Scroll is personally hung at the very middle of the ceiling. I've ever seen it. It seems to be significant. Yeah. Looks kind of badass. That's the original Master of the Nightwind. A woman. Machine here. Why is it leaving? Loom. I got stone looms. Rocks, crystals. What we got here? Folded up tapestry. Or scrolls. Large pile of woven scrolls. Thick layer of dust because they've been here a long time. No one will be touching these ones, bro. Look at those spirits floating in the air. Paimon just fucking dashing around.
There are so many woven scrolls here. Paimon remembers seeing some of them before in other tribes. They seem to record historical events.
Someone's gotta be keeping
This
history.
one really stands out from the rest. For starters, it's the biggest of them all. Wonder what story it tells.
Color's distinctive. It's got a giant glowing piece in the middle.
Yeah, you're right. Over there, something just flashed. Traveler, did you catch that?
Nope. Did you catch it? She always catches this stuff. Well, we can see things we couldn't see before.
Oh, right. Paimon's with you.
That's the Master of the Nightweaver's power. They have the ability to see the universe. Yeah. What? Where's Ukasonax? So is her thing there not, is that not like something I can interact with? No? Maybe later.
Aha! There is something hiding here! Yep, this looks like our ticket out of this place.
That's it? You gotta figure out how we were able to see through the fucking walls, that we were able to indwell like, the spirit of a fucking... Sorry.
We finally made it out!
It is just as I thought. You are indeed capable of undertaking this mission.
Does this really prove your theory? All we did, we had elemental sight, the night wind sight. Don't most of your members of your tribe have that? It's not exactly
Yes. You saw many distinctive-looking scrolls there, didn't you?
me. Yeah.
Sure did.
Can I read any of them though?
This specific kind of scroll was left to us by our ancestors. Upon investigation, I discovered what sets it apart is the use of a color not featured in ordinary scrolls. It is a most mysterious color that most people cannot even detect. I myself had to employ special techniques to confirm its existence. Yet there are those who are born with a natural ability to perceive it. And that is why I wanted to test you.
The color. The blending of the pinks and blues and purples. It's
That space
purple.
you just entered was an exhibition room for storing this variety of woven scrolls. Centuries ago, a great shaman by the name of Huitzilin put in place a security measure so that anyone who entered the room without permission will become trapped inside.
Badass.
It exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, I have at least found out how to turn it on and off. Once someone is trapped inside, it is all but impossible for them to escape without outside help. Unless they share the great shaman's ability to perceive that strange color.
Yeah, so I guess all of you don't have that ability. Well, the two members we know do. Aurora and Citlali have the ability to do it. I didn't see a unique color. Yeah, I saw the purple. Or gold.
Clearly, you must have this ability, which leads me to believe that our Ictomisaur Elder can sense this ability in people, and that it appoints a scroll weaver on this basis.
Another secret power? Traveler, you are full of mysteries.
Yeah, that's how it is. Every fucking secret ability, elemental ability, racial ability, fucking Kekkei Genkai, just we're able to just use them all.
Still, having this
restriction.
ability doesn't change the fact that neither of us know where to start with weaving a scroll.
Don't worry about that. The method for weaving this kind of scroll appears to be largely the same as for an ordinary scroll. The main difference is in the dye that gives it its unique color. If my suspicions are correct, this dye is the key to weaving the scroll, and your special ability is the key to obtaining it. The dyeing process is also a little different from the norm,
Is it now?
but I don't anticipate any major issues there. As long as you two can source the dye itself, I can assist with the application.
How am I getting this done?
Cool, we'll follow your lead.
Great!
What plant matter we gotta
Then
smash
please
together?
use your abilities to source the necessary ingredients. And in the meantime, I will have someone prepare some fabric for test dyeing. We'll make a few sample pieces to test out my hypothesis. And if that goes well, we can begin the scroll in earnest.
All right.
If you agree to help, you can expect to be handsomely rewarded once this is all over. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, why not? This is pretty simple. Nothing crazy.
Agreed, especially if there's a reward in it. What is the reward, by the way?
No tied
Is
up
it food?
legacy,
I
no
thought
secret
it was
mission.
food.
Given the stakes involved for our tribe, I was thinking a substantial sum of mora would be appropriate. Surely that would be preferable to just a free meal.
Yeah, it would be.
More works too. Anyway, how do we go about finding these ingredients?
What's wrong with
Are
Paimon?
we
Nearly
supposed
sold
to
our
just
fucking
keep walking around
reward for
Natlan
food.
until we stumble across them?
Thankfully not. I've already identified a location where I suspect they may be found. and I've arranged for someone to guide you there.
Who is this someone?
Your guide is waiting just outside. You can set off at your leisure.
Alright, Act 1 done. For a mystical tribe, this is actually very practical. Also, we're getting direct contact with the chief in this one. Obviously. Good old... What the hell was it? I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say.
Try and stop me!
She got this drawn a blank. People of the Springs, there we go, god damn. We were able to, we interact with Amara, what the fuck her name is. Who are you, bro? You're not cool.
I take it you're the ones appointed by Elder Talapo?
No, we're chosen by the
And
ancient
you
gods.
Call me Toltec. The chief asked me to be your guide for the day.
We got
His
stab
messengers
wielders.
already filled me in
The
on the
actual game.
situation. So just follow me.
Legendary color. Now we go plant hunting. I wonder if this quest is going to be more about the idea that it's a clash of tradition and modernity. The idea that he wants to rationalize and make it a lot easier to weave the scrolls and get all the lore easier and make
So the
things
guy is
modern,
somewhere in this
but
cave, huh?
might not work out for this.
This is as far as I can take
That's
you.
something that needs to be kept traditional.
Only the appointed ones may proceed from here.
Why's that?
Because you're the ones who
Kind of a long story. Apparently, there's a certain fruit that grows in this cave, the juice of which can be processed to make an excellent dye.
No eating it, Paimon.
Many years ago, our ancestors set out to make a series of ambitious works of graffiti art. They selected this cave to make them in, presumably due to the availability of the dye. However, they didn't want anyone to see their work before it was completed, and so they sealed off the entrance to control access.
Oh, so we can only see the entrance when we use our abilities?
To bypass the seal, you have to have mastered the art of color perception, or something like that.
Some bullshit. I got you.
Oh, right. Haven't we been in here before, though?
Yeah, we have.
The strange thing is, our ancestors never removed the seal, even after they finished the graffiti art.
Lazy bastards.
Since it was sealed off,
Left that
the
shit clean.
only person who's been inside is the great shaman, Huitzilin. And that was 200 years ago.
Well, we've been inside there
According
like
to
last
her, the artwork tells the story of a hero by the name of Kuntur.
Who?
But I digress. Sorry, I'm a big fan of graffiti artwork. Once I get talking, I can go on for hours.
Okay, a fan of the Children of Echoes.
So you're sure you don't want to come with us?
He can't. He just said he can't.
I'll pass. I tried to get in once, but the seal blocked my way. I tried getting my Iktomi to clear it with its powers, but even that didn't work.
Damn.
I guess
He's
it's
sassy
supposed to be a
Iktomi.
test left there by our ancestors. If you don't pass the test, you're not worthy of viewing their works of art.
Aw.
Don't worry about me, though. I wouldn't be joining you this time even if I was able to get in.
You're not supposed to.
Unlike our chief, I don't have the guts to challenge our traditions. This task is specifically appointed to someone by the Iktomi Elder. Who knows what bad things might happen if I got involved?
Alright.
Fair enough. All right, we'll try not to take too long.
Let's see if they're going to keep harping on that tradition versus the modern approach. Oh my god, the ultimate challenge. Fire. What quest did I come in here? I can't remember.
This should be the place. That fruit Toltec mentioned should be the one on the wall, right?
Oh yeah, we've done this. Yeah.
Paimon didn't notice it last time we were here.
I'm glad it has like it tells us that we've been here before.
Now the
Well,
only
he
question
acknowledges.
is, which ones do we pick?
Yeah, that's probably where the ability comes in.
Well, go ahead, try it out.
It's the yellow one.
You saw something, right? Whatever it was, grab it.
What did I come in here? Nice, less illegible notes. Thank you. We definitely want to look at those and read those.
Remember the last time we came here? We found all of the artwork throughout the cave. These guys' ancestors created a real masterpiece.
Yeah, there's also like pontoons there at the bottoms.
They probably use the same stuff for their paint as we're using for the dye, right? Maybe we'll create a masterpiece of our own.
We better get started. How about we don't waste our dye that we need?
Yep, let's head back and meet up with Toltec.
Sometimes when they have dialogue like that, I don't know where the fuck they're going. They might be like, yep, alright, time to take this legendary dye and start painting. We got it, bro. Give it a joke.
We're back, and we found the ingredients for the dye.
Sounds like you made it through the seal then.
Yep,
Our Iktomisaur Elder was right about you.
of course he was. How would he be
It's
wrong?
getting late. Follow me. I'll take us back.
Aren't they like guided by the Wyob and shit? Or you assume they were wrong? Alright. A lot of just teleporting. Short dialogue, teleport, short dialogue. He's back to wearing his cloak. What sacred dance and tradition you
Toltec
doing?
has updated me on your progress. Well done. I appreciate your efforts.
What do you mean appreciate my efforts?
Here's
Is it the whole
the stuff
point
for
of
the
this
dye.
thing? You can't even be done without us. Okay, thank you for a little interactivity. Okay.
I see. Yes. This is certainly a very different substance from typical dyes.
Yeah, it's fluid.
Okay, now let's try our hand at making some samples. The fabric is ready for testing.
Got it.
Please come with me.
That's not what you said. This is the dialogue written there.
Full throttle!
I like them, dude. Bro, this place, the Children of Echoes one beat. Signs of Canopy don't got too much good music. That one, and those the springs, all of their tracks for Nightwind are really good.
Take a look at this. It's a woven scroll made by one of our ancestors.
Flower Feather is also
This
pretty
is
good.
the kind of thing we're trying to make.
Ooh.
Oh, it's got some banger
The
tribal
person
music.
depicted is the legendary shaman, Huitzilin.
Oh, he entered with
She
us.
lived 200 years
I
ago
guess he knows we can see actually. He
and
doesn't
was
have to wait
once
for us.
appointed by the Iktomisaur Elder, like yourselves. She was especially skilled in the art of color manipulation, and of course completed her task with flying colors.
Ah, very fun.
This scroll is a
Maybe she's able to
record
use
of her
hollow purple?
deeds,
Anyways.
and was most likely the work of her own hand. The quality is simply breathtaking, even compared to other scrolls of this variety. Sadly, since she passed away, all of our Iktomisaur Elder's subsequent appointees have had to rely on the gift from the spirits to complete their work.
Yeah, maybe it's just her coming back through the timeline to help us out.
That's a good way of putting it. My only quibble with your phrasing would be, it's not just me, but us.
Us.
Woohoo! Now Paimon's getting excited.
No, I'm not getting too excited, but I do like this. Very simple quest, nothing crazy. Who's that in the background? Oh, they're all in here now.
Bring out the samples.
Damn, bro. Bring out the samples. Oh, we gotta fuck up painted this shit.
Now, as I mentioned, the dyeing process is a little complicated, but I am confident you will manage. Just make sure to follow my instructions carefully.
Oh, great.
The pattern has already been sketched out on the sample, so you just need to dye each block with the correct color. But you'll need to wait for the dye to fully soak in between each step to make sure the colors don't run.
Okay. Oh, we always not actual. No, what the fuck? Every time with this shit, they're like, you know what? Here's the complicated instructions. And you're not gonna be able to do it.
The dye is taken to the fabric, and the pattern is crisp and clear. Next, apply all the remaining dye, and we should see that elusive signature color emerge.
Let's see
Okay,
it.
final step.
Apply the remaining dye.
Did it work?
Looks like shit.
Paimon doesn't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know. What else do we see in here, bro?
Oh, that color isn't showing up. Oh, the dyeing has failed.
Did I fuck it up, bro?
No, your technique was flawless. You did everything exactly as instructed. It would have made no difference if I'd done it myself.
Then what went wrong?
It could be the weaving technique, or maybe the dye has to be applied in a different way. Oh, whatever the case. It looks like I have failed to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Well, you certainly
Sorry,
did one
Paimon wishes we could do more to help.
Hey, bro, you only tested one theory. You gotta keep going.
I am the one who should be apologizing. I made you do so much work, and it was for nothing.
Not yet.
I will, of course, honor my commitment to compensate you for your trouble, but I do hope you won't give up on this task. I plan to keep investigating, and will be sure to keep you updated with any progress.
Don't worry, we're not quitters.
Yeah. We're not quitters. Fuck
Paimon
it.
does have a question, though.
We got a whole other chapter.
This whole process of recording history on woven scrolls seems so complicated. Why don't you just write it down instead? You said yourself you're all about change and reform. Well, this seems like a pretty good place to start, don't you think? Writing things down would be easier for everyone, and your records would be more detailed.
That's true.
I think you perhaps misunderstood my philosophy, but that's okay.
Probably I did.
I can answer your question, but there's somewhere I need to show you first.
Aren't the
Oh,
scrolls...
sure.
The scrolls are a bit more than just, like, writing, though. It's not just like they're weaving it on there for laughs and goofs. There's a very specific thing they do, I'm pretty sure. It, like, etches it into history, doesn't it? It's like very... It's a bit more advanced than just... Wow. Why can't I just run it down? I can't remember what it was. They explained it before. Citlali explained it during one of the events or something. The main story? I can't remember. About, like, the reason for woven scrolls.
Cool. Look at this view. What do you think?
It's gorgeous!
We're high up, that's for sure.
Now, try looking a little further.
Look beyond the horizon.
Whoa, that graffiti!
In all the years since the founding of our tribe, those colors have been with us every step of the way.
Pretty good
It
colors.
is true that I seek to bring new life to this ancient tribe
Shine pretty brightly,
through
too.
change and reform. But I also understand there are certain foundational things that we cannot afford to throw away. The foremost of these is the way we record our history.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since the very beginnings, our tribe has always sought to bring color to history. And I have a deep sense that this is one part of our heritage that we should not give up. So, whatever it takes, I must find a way for us to continue producing our traditional woven scrolls.
You're completely right. Paimon's sorry for what she said earlier. It was out of line.
It was, but I missed it.
It's quite all right. I'm just grateful you're able to understand where I'm coming from.
Wow, bro, they actually explained how this tradition is actually helpful and ties into the tribe instead of just, you know, why don't you purify your god instead of letting him suffer for the rest of eternity? No, he has to be a symbol. It's pride. Oh, okay, so instead of purifying your god and giving him the sanctified warrior's death, like every not Lebanese person is honored to have, leaving him suffer eternity is more peaceful for your tribe. But Canisius story is still one of the worst written ones. This one, they explained it. It's steeped into the tradition of bringing color. It's one of the foundational practices.
Then
Unlike,
let
you
us
know,
hope that
a
when
hero
we
who
next meet,
existed only for
we
500 years,
succeed in
the tribe
reviving
existed
this
for
tradition.
Thousands before it. All this about some fucking color, bro. Well,
Rev
better
the
get
engines!
ancient Citlali to help us out then. Shout out to Citlali not being a fucking ancient name bearer, yet being just as powerful as all of them. I do like that. Fatui. I haven't seen these guys in years.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here?
Our captain died.
That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and
this
see
is
what they're up to.
motherfuckers has helped us save the
Also,
country.
how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Yeah, considering what the captain did for Notland, bro.
Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes.
Yeah, but I don't think they
Still,
really knew about
once a
Notland's
Fatoos,
heroes.
always a Fatoos. Something seems off seeing them here.
Fatoos? I
Let's
thought it was
go check it
Fadas.
out.
Maybe that's just the Ruby brain talking. The truth of the battle of the 7 colors. Bro, 7 colors? That's like 7 Archon.
Ahem. What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
For real.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
What's with the attitude? Walk up to strangers and say, what the fuck are y'all doing here? And then when they are like, fuck off, you're gonna say, what's with the attitude? Also, best soundtrack for the Nightwind in the back here.
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type.
Oh my
I'm sorry for
goodness.
any offense.
Bro, we're gonna have Fatui and Fontanians.
My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his
A
squad.
priest.
I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan
Fatui?
is quite
Oh,
positive.
shit.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and his fairy companion.
Yeah.
Oh, you know us?
The
Huh?
golden-haired
Why
traveler
we
with a
gotta act like
floating
we-
companion. There's no mistake.
Especially not when we're
Your
fucking
exploits in
superheroes.
Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
We went direct and toe-to-toe with the Archon.
Wow, we're really famous at this point,
And
traveler.
then she stepped down after
It's
getting
truly
coach
my
on us.
lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
Oh, great. You're looking for us and the Fatui?
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
There's been plenty of people
Well,
who've
at
chased
least
it
he
across
got
the
straight
world.
to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Shit, actually, some of the Fatui probably think we've chased them from Mondstadt to here. That the pay's good. Why not?
All right, we'll hear your request.
No, we won't.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I need her help with something.
Do you now?
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
Because we asked, maybe. For anyone else? No.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
What shall I deal with you?
I heard about that from other members of her tribe.
What shall I
But
deal with us?
they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
That's because we're the main character, bro. Why not his head no?
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Should we be playing a paying us for not getting her to help? Okay.
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Allier, if you could.
This dude a tribal history expert? I think
Of
someone from a
course.
tribe would be better.
I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing.
We're not eager, little bro.
Nice to meet you. The name's Allier. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
What the hell is that?
Unlike most
FRSI
researchers, I
doing
have a
here?
keen interest in ancient ruins. That's
What's
why I was invited to
FRSI?
join Monsieur Montluçon's
FRI.
team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin?
Yeah, she's the one who did the colors.
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her
See, a lot of
exploits,
200 years
her
ago,
most
200
celebrated
old.
is the Battle of 7 Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective.
I think the one we just had was pretty brutal.
Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage.
Yeah, that's like ours.
The key to victory was none other than a color Huitzilin created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary. illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield.
It's like a shield or a wall she constructed. Illusionary appearance for physical and form. It's like a shield wall.
And trap all the enemies inside.
Or a light wall.
This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market.
Blood is the ink to dye her blade.
When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all.
Probably because it didn't.
Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Because it's gotta be true.
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I needed to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Allier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Direct unit?
Citlali, you mean?
You're gonna bank on the fact that she's ancient?
You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
Sure, you cross-reference off other historical records?
So, what do you say?
Just because you have a witness account.
I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you.
We have to ask her for other shit, don't we?
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with Citlali. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction.
Don't need to blood dye.
All right, we'll help you convince Citlali.
We'll literally use life
do
force
the talking, okay?
to build a wall.
Of course.
Lovely. What the hell do you mean I got new mail? Well, fuck to Citlali live. Bruh. What's she doing all the way out there? Granny chilling in her fucking cave.
Try and stop me!
Alright, so Chancy Notland's gonna find Citlali. She was alive for a super battle.
Alright.
What's Citlali's name? Like chosen name, Obsidian name, bro?
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
Where all great shamans live.
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
This nigga seems
We're
actually
here for a reason, Allier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, it's like,
We'll go knock on the
why
door.
he shutting the boy down?
Hopefully she's not hungover.
Dude could fucking, you're gonna be sitting out there on your ass anyways. Let the boy write some shit.
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something.
Nice knock animation.
Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Citlali? Are you home?
thrown open.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
Real hermit. Her place looks like shit, bro.
Traveler!
No, she's in the nigga. Like, really, nigga?
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
Doubt she would turn us away anyways.
Huh. So this is where Citlali lives.
Yeah, big ass house, bro.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
Even if you get bogged down, don't do the mundane tasks. You
Besides,
fail at the
in light
basics.
novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists.
Wrong.
Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
Oh, she's pulling out all the excuses.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Great.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd be pretty peeved if the motherfucker could still see the mind.
You mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
How strong is that damn spell?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
She was able to hear that?
I can still hear you, you know.
Bro, so she could just fucking hear our thoughts? That's actually pretty good.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts.
So we enter her domain.
It's just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the Fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
I thought you don't use mind probe spells.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
She's gonna say consult
So
a damn
they asked
scroll.
the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
I've been like for 200 years. Pay doesn't mean shit to me. So, I guess 5 months. Big ol' lie.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
Or her
She
name,
sure
Destructo
doesn't
Disc.
look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request comes from us? What if we're commissioning you?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Hey, this actually makes sense for her not to hear about this because she's out here in the middle of nowhere.
So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that.
Yeah, that shit's even worse.
But
And we did
with
do it.
Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
Well, she got the fucking anime face.
She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
Do some back reading. You'll figure out what was foreshadowed.
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
Not really, bro.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
How you gonna come to someone's house and start smashing on the fucking door, bro?
Citlali!
So you blast these niggas. Not letting crash out specialists do well. What the fuck does nigga think was gonna happen?
Stand down, Grudok! As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
He's lucky he didn't force Citlali's hand.
I'm blowing on this whole damn fucking caravan.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Don't bother me.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you?
I hear his fucking mic. This mic sounds like mine, bro. There's a little bit of hissing in the back.
I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close.
You should be able to
If I
compress
can
it out before it
resolve the
gets to the end.
controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Tevat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
Their friend's heroic deeds. You knew this person?
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
She got music to this.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
That's something. More than what we could get out of most people. Bro, she's not a heartless type. She's like the exact opposite. Way too heartful.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler.
We never planned to
So,
work with
did
you,
you
bro.
directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
Honestly.
Oh,
She out here criticizing the writing.
Fine. No, no, and no.
How useful is this?
I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
all right.
Good
Even
enough.
if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable.
That's panicking, bro.
Allier, you
only
had
got,
an
like,
idea
2
about where to
people you
start,
can
yes?
Oh, well,
Archon's
my
asleep.
plan was to consult the members of the tribe in
Citlali
charge of
wouldn't
recording
do it.
history.
Who else is like
Then,
around 200
let's
years
start
ago?
there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
Yeah, sounds good, bro. You know, shit, you need us. Literally. You're fucked if you don't. Let's see how well our little investigation's gonna go. I wonder if the fight is gonna be us fighting the Fatui dudes, because they're gonna lose our patience or some shit. Can't really see it as any other way we,
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
I wouldn't be invested either.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
Wasn't it a super big
I
battle?
wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it.
Okay, so it's not
That's
her.
how.
I thought we were gonna bank on Citlali being the first.
Saul said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Citlali tell you about it?
Because she used blood magic.
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Citlali's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle.
Oh, yeah, motherfuckers can do
Those
that.
graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So,
No one
after
has
Citlali's
graduated?
death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
You've never lost a duel in the fucking 200 years? Or however long you've been doing this?
As my rival, Citlali only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
So it's been 200 years, you trying to figure it out?
That makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
You told the other dude that. Could help them a little bit. Bro, she can hear our thoughts, bro.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
She didn't deny it, though. Damn, bro, what we roasted her.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
You blanked out the mind.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
It's a powerful technique, bro. Force thoughts of other
Excuse me, great shaman.
What was that? Was that
But
necessary?
we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman. What is happening here, bro? Shout out to fucking mental mind breakthrough. You forcing your thoughts into others.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Citlali used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
Maze Runner.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Not really.
Citlali was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the
biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our
This
tribe
voice actor, they used
insist
this
on
motherfucker
clinging
a
to
billion
outdated
times.
views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Just because we can't prove
Am
it
I
out.
the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
What should we do? Hey, bro.
Citlali was a
Please don't
passionate
read your lines
teacher.
like that.
We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on.
How come you don't have any students
Still,
anymore?
if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But As far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Yeah, you're like a damn high tier priest or shaman. You try. We could ask her to do a bunch of
Most of
shit.
Wheatsealing students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them.
How are you not the chief?
If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Probably because she turned down the position, did it with that shit.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
And go there anyways.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
You better to fend off a tyrant than the hero of Notland.
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
How do our jokes even work, man? She can read our mind, bro. She would know our joke's upcoming. What if I say this joke? What does it stop her ability to read our
The
mind?
rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Yeah, we'll help you out, mustache man. They've been using that mustache a bit too much. They still got NPC face.
Natland's history is full of intriguing mysteries. It's too bad I can't talk to those priests myself.
You actually seem a bit passionate about this shit. Too bad you're stuck with a blur who don't give a flying fuck.
Miss Citlali seems rather reluctant to help. Maybe you could talk to her a bit more. I'll reward you for the trouble.
Hey, you're all about rewarding, bro. You got the more to keep this up, you keep stacking it up. We're at quadruple the rate.
Got a problem? Like I said, take it up with my employer.
Hey, dog, you better watch that voice. Your captain's sitting on a throne because his ass is fucking dead. Don't make me put you on one, too. Is he about to shit themselves?
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Lovely. It's barge in and blow shit up. How does she remember this tribe with no respect
What is she doing here?
for the fucking
Did
traditions?
some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
Why doesn't she take over? I mean,
No
honestly.
matter what,
I mean,
we'll
I said
defend
before.
our dignity as priests to the end.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the
She's
most out
careful.
of the entire priesthood.
Lost to the most. Jesus.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
Motherfucker
So
sputtering.
you're here to interrogate us?
What is this?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
What is happening here, bro? What does she do to these children? What did you think about that? These people went to her as kids and came back now they're traumatized and are afraid of her. Any other context?
Yeah, with the hero of Natland here, Granny Eatstily will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and his companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
Yeah, legendary
We
hero
wanted to
here.
ask about
Makes
the
you feel better.
technique you inherited from Wheatsealing.
Well, we inherit shit, dog. What you mean technically inherited?
So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Real, though.
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us
Music
needs
loud
to
as
run.
well.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
What did you do to them kids, bro? What's wrong with the traveler's eyes, bro? You good? Jesus, bro. I'll be flirting with her in her own mind.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that. You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think. Literally, let me think. Well, the Elder.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Bro, what y'all motherfuckers pussy as fuck, bro.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
Yeah, he said fuck off.
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
Yeah, she's one of your tribe's greatest
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
Yeah, well, you got motherfuckers get stunned like by fear.
Chief!
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
Yeah, thank God the chief actually has balls. Seems why he's the chief. Not why the damn animal's an elder.
Hi there, Elder Tlapo!
Shut up. Y'all solved the damn shit I
Hey,
appointed
he
you.
seems pretty happy to see us.
Is he though? We fucked up his
He's
entire
the one
thing.
who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Oh wow. Damn, bro, she uses child name.
Hey, don't pull that cutesy step with me. You're an Iktomisaur Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitzilin's
That's
Saurian
not her baby.
companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Damn, bro, your Saurian outlived your ass? So that means the Saurian itself is like 200 fucking years old. What the fuck?
She only came to my place to fight me.
How long these motherfuckers
But
live?
at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past.
This entire endeavor's about the past. What do you mean you hate he's talking about the
200 years
past?
and you still haven't given up, Claw?
What do you give up?
I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Let's go. Have we even figured anything out? Yeah, at the damn chief. Yo, chief. You gotta have some damn knowledge. Are you a student also?
hey there, Chief Biram.
Hello, Biram.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
Yeah, but we brought Citlali, so that's basically badass.
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
Yeah, thanks to
I'm all
Citlali.
ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Eatsterly promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Not even the tribal chief can get her out?
Don't complain! None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
How many chiefs has it been? It's been about 200 years.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsterly. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Yeah? Something on your mind? Because if something on our mind, you can just see it.
Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
Humble Junior.
No, that's not it.
Okay, no, she can read our mind. That wasn't it.
It's not important. Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks then.
Look at that. Nice and easy. We got everyone to help out. I got these goddamn fucking priest group over here to help us out. High priest my ass. Bunch of bitch ass pansy. I don't know why these motherfuckers, you can see these motherfuckers in Notland War.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Huitzilin's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified.
Oh, nice. Great.
But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders.
Yeah.
After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
Yeah.
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Huitzilin most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples.
That was the blood magic, like I said.
Which one of you inherited that technique?
Maybe she didn't pass it on because it was too strong of a technique. She knew that if anyone got it, it would abuse.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there.
That's true, even at the height of the
But I'm telling
power,
the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
But all the stories have the technique. So where's it
What's
rising
wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
I'm telling you, it's too
Master's
powerful,
body
the
of work
cost is
is
too great.
massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, but all the other ones...
Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals.
But even then, even her body of work is large. It's all still recorded somewhere. You know how large the body of work is. So this is one technique she wouldn't record, the most famous one.
So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Citlali's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy.
The techniques will always be lost to time.
Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
What does that mean, bro? Lost the right to the priesthood?
If they inherited Citlali's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
How? It's a war technique. Fuck they use it
Well,
for?
it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
We're not finding this technique. There's no way we're getting it.
That's because the request came from you.
Yeah, at least you're giving
You
it
don't
your
know
all.
the power of your own words, do you?
No, because the game refuses to let me speak. So. Alright, let's see. Yeah, they're just right here. Oh, we're going back to these dudes.
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Should this battle even happen?
Nothing we can do about that.
How about that?
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result.
Yeah.
Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
Okay.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Monsieur.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation.
Badass.
And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end.
Might learn some new techniques.
Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think we can help you out also.
What makes you say that?
Because it gotta do with your rival's past.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
Yeah.
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get
I'm
closure.
telling you, bro, she weaved blood into the scroll and used blood
I'd
magic
say we're
to make
200
a life force
years
scroll.
too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
200 years too late. That's how closure works. It doesn't matter if
that's wonderful
2
news.
years too late or 10,000.
All right, let's go visit the shaman family.
This nigga dancing, bro. Strip club in the back. What the fuck? Also, how do you lose your right to priesthood? These motherfuckers live 10 feet from the fucking highest
Are
priesthood.
you Aishaman?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eastly?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
Like, the people in the background ran when they
My
heard us say the
apologies.
name. What is
Ever
going
since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eastly. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Are all shamans followers of this fucking one woman? There's like shouldn't there be like 10,000 teachers? And like different shamans? They're like, oh my, ever since my grandfather's generation, all the high priests are all followers of her. Does Citlali not have any students? Besides like a Roron?
Man, this
And
is
that one dude?
generational trauma at this point.
Real generational
Whenever I
trauma is
misbehaved
crazy.
as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastly. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
How do you get nightmares about someone else's trauma? What exactly did she do, bro? She on demon time, honestly.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea,
What does she
remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
She did 2-turn cold clock look. She like click, click, click. Fucking turned.
Okay, so your family studied under Wheat Ceiling, right?
Yeah, it seems like everyone else did too.
Although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately.
How'd that happen?
The techniques my family learned from Wheat Ceiling didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood.
No, so you didn't lose.
Turns
your
out,
priesthood, you
shaman
just gave it
techniques
up.
aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether.
Like I said,
Of course,
you
it's
might have learned
possible that we
technique.
were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings.
Or they just been providing the useful. If you can't find immediate
After all,
practical knowledge,
Wheat Ceiling was a genius.
and you can't apply it, it's
None of her
useless to you.
students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Oh my gosh, you're not able to
Just think about it for a
logistics?
sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like
Yeah,
that.
that's also the most retarded way to describe it. She didn't decide the outcome of a battle. She just simply used a technique so powerful, it turned the tide. Do you think of any technique that is powerful enough to destroy an enemy? Do you think any technique that can stop an enemy? Do you think any technique that weaves colors? You know, any other question that... Do you think of a technique that can decide a battle?
Besides, my
What?
family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Wheat Ceiling would pass it on to us.
Yeah, every end is dead. Well, they
You
should've
might
dead
have
end.
better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Wheat Ceiling's most gifted students.
Don't worry, we already asked
Well,
them.
looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Allie, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
Yeah, it never happened.
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Everyone knows about it.
Not a lot, but
Oh, okay.
there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Wheat Ceiling's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories.
All right.
And of course,
This is what?
the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
It's like a nodding, bro.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Jesus, bro, these pauses are so fucking long.
Well, it's Wheat Ceiling's personal account of the event, so it's a lot more detailed.
Hey, a first-person perspective.
For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
A what cave?
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
No. But someone has, somewhere.
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natland before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Shaman?
Or maybe the maps you got have been drawn up after the name was changed.
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Wheat Ceiling's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Alright, well, how will we actually hear her fucking
Oh, hold on.
story?
You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
Well, what does she mean?
What do you mean? What does she mean? She means she knows what the cave is, you stupid fuck. What? What kind of stupid ass question is that?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostek Cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Wheat Ceiling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle.
She killed the abyss.
Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Don't you even know what to look for?
Just when we thought all hope was
a
lost.
200-year-old battle?
I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Fontaine wine.
Ah, save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Accept the damn gift, bro. Who cares? You're never gonna see these people again in your life.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Hey, look at that.
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre.
Oh, yeah.
Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends.
Yeah, gay
it's
art.
It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves.
Yeah, Yuri trash.
Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Inazuma? His accent came out. Don't forget about my pay, nigga.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight.
Like drinking.
You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Battlefield's not going anywhere. It's been 200 years. Doubt the evidence is gonna change in a matter of just 24 hours.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
Early morning.
How about noon?
Noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
Her ass is getting drunk, going to sleep, and not waking up till the afternoon.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
Yes, Paimon. We're still transferring mind
All right,
thoughts.
as Miss Citlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
You got it. Who's that black woman clapping back there? What's this nigga want, bro? What you want, bro?
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is Granny Citlali satisfied with my answer?
Bro, she won't even remember your name by the end of the day.
You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
What's wrong with you people?
You're really that scared of her?
You're really that scared of her. The entire tribe is scared of her. The damn elders are scared of her.
To be honest, Granny Citlali almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors.
It's kind of like the stories.
She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Even if we weren't a hero, we wouldn't be intimidated. But we just ain't built like that. This nigga intimidated by an old woman.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Wanna grab a meal?
That's quite considerate of you.
Why's she blushing, bro?
All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
This bitch.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
Yeah, drinking.
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night Paimon's worried about your health.
Real. Drinking every night for 200 years. Shout out to alcoholics.
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over.
Nice, bro. Quiet alcoholic. Give this woman a car, too, by the way.
Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Bro, we have to do the mind meld, the sorry, like, connection. Bitch, you wanna drink on a fucking cliff edge? Bro. Are you fucking joshing me, man? Oh, you fucking...
Alright.
Damn game. Sprint, bitch, damn. There's an Ixor balloon out here.
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up?
Well, we're gonna go into the sky?
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
You built this yourself? Or do you like have this in a pocket dimension?
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
If you lock a captain, they ain't getting it. Also, shoot that damn bird. Downing a drink.
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time.
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break.
Hey, bro, we are like a fucking cipher.
And
once we absorb power, we keep for the residue
that
within
should
us.
do it, right?
We wonder about that abyssal power we keep absorbing. Or purifying. Ain't no different from the cliff we went on with the damn chief. Ain't that much different of a view. Just a little higher.
You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
Nice. You're just permanently fragged.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
Nah, bro, what we got going on here, bro? Go to head to head? You can't do that, bro.
Please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
Bro, my Paimon blushes nuts too, bro.
Okay, what about now?
I heard your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
Oh, it's God.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
You cursed us then. Just that Citlali's forehead just now, bro.
That was just to help with the spell.
How'd this shit hitting you?
Shoot. I still hear you.
Down to a whole fucking mug. And she's down for round 2.
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
I haven't heard that term before.
That sounds bad.
That sounds familiar, actually.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
Now we start focus blasting her mind.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people.
Have you always been like this?
Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready.
This bitch treating friends and relationships.
I'm used to
like
being Granny
relationship.
Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
Why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's wondering, why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe, someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again.
I mean, it makes sense for her to have this type of attitude, but it's also weird when you have people who are like 6,000 years old who don't have the same type of like attitude and idea. I guess she's in the early stages of realizing, like, fuck it, humanity's life is shorter. Because, to be honest, like, she's only been around for 200 years. That's like 2 generations. You've seen what, like 2 generations of people die? That's not anything crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just like, she's written like she's way older, that she's got hit the stoic state, but she's like hitting the stoic level like way sooner than anyone else.
Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower.
It's like none of the archons who are
friend after
triple her
friend
age
for hundreds of years
have ever had this like
until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
Yeah, my approach is different. Like, I choose to remember everyone because we're literally a goddamn immortal alien.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
I'm actually probably older than you.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
And? Hey, that was supposed to be voiced. Too bad there's no
Traveler?
voice. Swag. I probably should read this out loud. So sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Is that our job though? As long as we're meant to record. Also, everyone's recorded by Ermins and stuff. Instead, they will live on the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. Yeah, when you taught a magic technique on her, she couldn't handle it, bro. She couldn't handle the traveler.
Is Citlali alright?
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali!
Nice.
Maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said.
I don't think you'll forget it either.
Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
Someone get Citlali Inazuma for a new event.
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Can you?
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of
She's
it.
about to fall off this hot air balloon, bro.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
We're just gonna let her drunk drive on her pillow back home? Dude, we didn't even eat with her, bro. She literally sat down, had 3 mugs of whatever alcohol of her choosing, and then fucking drunk drifted back home. Yeah, bro. She's always been like this. Shout out to alcoholics, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, alright. Well, ain't that something? Ugh, we gotta wait. I just fell off the damn ship, bro. Guess I'm fucking drunk. Damn. Alright, let's find out what super duper secret malarkey we got going on in this damn cave system. The 7-hued ruins.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we didn't drink yesterday.
Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Based.
Ahem.
That was light drinking for me. She's like, that ain't nothing to me, bro.
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
No, you haven't. Jack, you mastered that art and threw it out and never used that practice.
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something.
What's that?
The Battle of 7 Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
Yeah, was she actually better than you?
That's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
There's more of you dudes. Where's your, other motherfucker?
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
So they got assault units now. A larger entourage. Stronger men. This is about like a canyon than a cave.
This should be it.
This is like a giant wall of stone. Entire mountain pillar just into the ground, huh?
So the battlefield is inside this place.
Who sealed it?
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Publication.
Everyone ready?
There's gonna be a war. Bloodbath. Finally, following right directions, Citlali managed to find the engines that are running about on the sides. What elements did it want? Cryo and animo. How about no? I got this one's called M1 Waterworks. That's what I call the Qingqiu Yilan team with Kazuha and Zhongli.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
Something like that.
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
I imagine caves
all the
deeper than
items
this.
here should be useful for our research.
There's been sealed like
You're
200
not
years.
to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
Let's continue. Yeah, I think That's a Night probably got some of my favorite tracks. Like all of them are good. Oh, I see all of them are good. So that means it's probably just all my favorite. I don't see
There are
there's a single
weapons
battle.
here
Like
from
all
every
three.
tribe in Natlan.
Or 4.
The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Yeah, it's called a unified group. The whole point.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes.
Actually, the unified army is a couple of long older than 500
But
years.
all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of 7 Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases. You got it.
Code phrase.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
Got a giant mystical fucking shield wall up there.
Fulfill our pact!
Why's she floating like that?
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Nice. Shield wall. Hey, that looks like the color
Whoa,
wall.
we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
This nigga looking evil.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
That's why it's a legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find.
Hey, an ancient chest. I need that. That's full of loot. Yeah, the that is hollow theory always holds up anytime you go to these damn cave systems. Upskirt, upskirt, upskirt. I'm tired of floating like that.
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying...
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
To the skies.
Yeah, but Citlali is an actual pillow princess. Actually, it fits perfectly. Just double tapping and fucking causes you to blast up. Let you have to hold it. Okay, we're in a whole fucking new dimension. It's not like she created her own damn domain of colors.
What was that?
Domain expansion.
What is this
Realm of
place?
7 colors.
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Bro, get that mic away
Hold
from
on.
the static.
The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
Is this the Night Kingdom?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
So is a sonorosphere? Are we in fucking Wuthering Waves? Who's speaking?
Wheatsealing?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
No, it's me.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory.
Memory?
After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss?
Not particularly. I mean, some of you, that's the problem, but the Abyss has existed long before. It's an alien threat, an entity. So, not really. I mean, that's what happens when humans and people into that fall to the Abyss. That's what happens.
That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match.
I mean, that's why they say you rode the ley
I have
lines.
discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory.
I mean, that makes sense. They
Guided
explain
by
colors to a blind
vibrant
person.
colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze.
Literally, our capacity for memory. It's a memorization.
Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for
My guess.
eternity.
The color's gonna go blank and I have to remember where to step.
So, be
Literally.
brave, my friends, and march forward.
Yeah.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students.
For real.
Follow me.
You gotta help the shitters out. So what? Do I walk when it turns pink, or...? Okay, so we're on yellow.
There are monsters here too?
What?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago.
Lalin, it's my pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Well, I mean, so much for doing a full Citlali combo. It's purple.
Take me up!
What am I missing here? Oh, I forgot you could do this. Alright, what am I missing? Oh, it's literally just right there. Oh, literally. Why do I think that was a part of her? How is this a maze, by the way? Like... Am I missing the maze part?
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing the purpose is to help allies navigate this place.
Was that supposed to happen? I don't know. There's no mechanics in space for this fucking maze.
Oh no! More monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
I hate that so much. One of the worst fucking aspects they've ever implemented.
Gotcha. You two! Time to
wrath from the skies!
It's fucking...
Incinerate!
We're fucking auto going on the damn bike if you're sprinting. God, it's terrible. Yeah, this is certainly a maze. If you could call that that.
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
Who are the people behind us, bro? The fucking fought us. This dude's behind us is probably like, what the fuck is happening? Not linear magic, I'm crazy. I can't believe it, bro.
Looks like we made it through the maze.
It was literally a maze fucking Sonoros sphere, bro. Shout out to Wuthering Waves.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
They use dragon tech
It's
instead
like
of a solar.
miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
Take a picture, bro. You're from Fontaine, right? Get a damn camera.
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
No, you may not.
Now, that nigga not even nearly fast enough.
What are you doing?
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
Yeah, no
A
shit.
self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Tevat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Boy, I don't give a fuck about
Shut
research.
I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
Nigga, we ain't publishing books.
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant, pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe.
Wow, now his voice acting actually picked up. It was terrible the entire time. Now it's actually getting good.
But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Tevat.
Future
but the
owner.
dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
Yeah, our favorite magazines. Can't they see unique colors?
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
Why's she doing all those animations? I've never seen a black and white magazine. Attila? I don't remember that one.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Yeah, just sell the dye anyways, bro. It'd still be a miraculous color.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written.
Let's change the advertisement.
Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Tevat will think it was our invention first. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
Hey, bro, he's like the retards on Twitter.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
We'll just change the advertisement in a couple words.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
Nigga can't change 2 words in his advertisement?
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry.
Oh, his voice acting went back
But
to
now,
shit.
no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell.
Hey, buddy. I don't think anyone outside Natlan knows this story even exists. Much less do I think anyone in Natlan can even prove this shit was real. What is this retarded ass, like, dilemma?
I will never accept that someone from this backwards, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Real.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder.
That's not how that
I'm
works.
already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem.
Not if you're dead.
All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
I like how he almost had enough evidence to just disprove it, but he kept pursuing it to find out that it was actually real. He had enough evidence and doubt in Natlan itself that he could just say, this story isn't real.
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Tevat to see.
Yeah, but you talk big game, bro, but you're inside a damn zone where had she not helped you, you've been trapped inside that maze for the rest of eternity, bro. We'll just kill you.
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Citlali. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds.
Things like our interests aren't at odds. And I just want to kill you for the game, the love of the game, nigga. I don't need a reason.
I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Weedzeline was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, And yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Teyvat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Yeah, bro. Make Citlali a male character and give her these dialogue ones.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
You niggas aren't tough enough for that, bro. Done. Do a real flex
That's
instead
right.
of having us
I
fight.
didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
We have Citlali just body them in the cutscene or in the moment here instead of actually
Are you
fighting them.
subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
The captain?
The captain. You actually bought that?
Who are they actually?
United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
I couldn't care less about history. I can't believe Refrigerator would do this.
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrader's interests.
Is that who I think it is? He does a lot of voices. Like, what's it? He does like fucking Kaz in Metal Gear Solid 5. Is that? What's his name?
It's all been a lie from the very beginning.
Hang on. Let me look up this nigga's name, bro. I actually want to say it out loud. It sounds like Robin Atkin Downs. I wonder if it is. This one more got to beat up. Yeah, who cares, Paimon?
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment,
ton
I
of
don't
voices.
discriminate.
He does everything, bro. See, I was it would be cool to have her like in a cutscene.
Fulfill our pact. Going in. Things are about to get dicey. Bring it.
I actually see all these all that doesn't really matter, bro. I'm just gonna fucking.
This isn't good. My work.
Doesn't matter.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Eatsley. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
Yeah, alright. Just got body that easily.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
When did he get so strong? Nigga, we went toe to toe with the Abyss. What do you mean that following the captain? Pretty sure the captain knew. I didn't even want to fight the damn traveler.
Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You're on your own.
I don't think it is Robert Atkins, but it sounds like.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
Real. No contract without loopholes.
You.
Oh, so this dude ain't a veteran
The other
businessman.
stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long
I
now.
want to see him do the Fatui teleport. We haven't seen that since the first game. Damn, so the truth of the war is just to be lost completely. Hey, Citlali, do some magic to preserve this place.
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
No, I don't care what happens to you, bro.
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
Oh, she just fucking flying kicked this nigga. No, you're gonna die.
You
here.
think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
What about the secret item?
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
Stop him then. You don't have any powers, you can't use your vision, you can't do a damn thing? So you were able to flying kick the dude and you just kind of watched him do that?
Where are The maze? Our surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
What did he do? Yeah, she's probably around somewhere.
She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Well, we can shine some eventually.
Let's see. Citlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
I see the color. Show me your true
The
color.
special color?
Weekend song?
The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
Oh, because that's the whole point. It's from the woven scroll. What the fuck do you mean why would it appear around here?
Lead the way, traveler.
That was the whole point I was coming here. We figured that the secret color was coming from... That had something to tie into with this. What? Like... That's too for help. God, I hate Paimon being a surrogate for the audience. Okay. Okay. Cool transition. Cool loading screen.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
He's gonna spear that bitch.
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
Yeah,
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
Has it?
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
You gotta have to put a back door in this thing somewhere.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections.
Cool force bond stuff. How does this help us get
These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric. But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
That doesn't really make much sense.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Yeah,
Citlali,
me when doing some of these goddamn
ever
quests.
since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors.
It's like a base of the world. It's not actually like...
More specifically, you could call it the color of memories.
So she can see memories?
In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali.
Why? Can you explain that?
Bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory. So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
So, if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
See the color. Use the technique.
Citlali, what are you...
See, breaking the barrier. Bro.
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk. Traveler?
Yeah, but
when
she's
you
about to rip her
entered the
brain
realm
apart.
of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night.
That's because he's got a grounded connection to the
This
entire
means
world.
that even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories.
That's why we're able to hear our thoughts.
That
Or
was
she's able to
enough
hear
to
our
guide
thoughts.
him to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
Bridging the gap through memory. Fuck us for tuning it, because they're
This
trapped
is
in there for the rest of
goodbye,
eternity.
My friend, your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Still getting school 200 years later.
Citlali!
Paimon! Traveler!
Just bridging the gap to the memory. Punch a
Hold
hole.
my hand.
Does that put us back in the maze or does that shoot us out?
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so...
It's gone. Yeah, I was gonna say.
We made it out just in time!
Yep, fuck. Well, there goes the secret of that war. You gonna reseal
Wonder
it?
what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
They're probably dead.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us.
Yeah, so
The
they just died
external
to death.
structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh?
Sucks for him.
They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space. Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello?
How did you manage to get
It's
out?
one of Maluson's employees! Quick, restrain him!
No, they didn't bother on that motherfucker's
I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
Great.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way,
He actually managed
but
to
I'm
get
not
out?
sure if you can catch up.
Where the fuck did he get out?
That way? Huh. Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
I'm trying to throw him from the cliff.
I'll wait here for the tribal guards. I'm so sorry the ruin was destroyed.
Well, at least you got pictures of it, or whatever the hell you were supposed to be doing.
Try and stop me!
No, they already caught his ass.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Maluson!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
Except he's lost the ancient ruins still.
balance. No! No!
I think talk about his
What's
baked
wrong with
balance.
him?
He's cooked.
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Oh, we can still see the color.
Don't
anyways.
worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house.
Yeah, you had the technique the entire goddamn time, you useless son of a bitch.
Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
This dude just being tortured by the fucking Icosaurs.
My backpack.
Yeah, he's cooked. Where are we heading? I'll see Lighthouse is out here in the fucking crevasse. It's got like canyon fucking waterfront property.
All right.
Look at that, see like a whole waterfall, see a whole pond in front. Actually coming back every day having a new painting. What is the one from the trailer? I wonder if it's there. The bird?
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Witzeline's technique, your participation is critical.
Why's that?
What are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Her house is accustomed to... Those mechanical doors work. Rock on rock.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
No shit, she weaves scrolls.
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend.
Damn,
The
default old
technique I'm about to show you
didn't even give our customer.
directly
Jesus.
relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster?
Well, she was right. It was a turn outside of war.
You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Shut the seat, Lolly. Not aging.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom.
Belief in our tribe. Ain't every tribe got that thing? Is that the whole...
Is made of memories.
The entire belief, death, no predication of death in fucking Notland? Everyone believes that.
Do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history?
We saw that from before.
Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun.
And her ponytail got fucking chopped. Her shit was long as hell.
We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
Because you are my student now. The final one up on her.
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day.
You understand. When I trap you in a domain that's being destroyed by Fatui, remember?
Will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it.
What is a big ass tapestry? Good noise.
Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
How we gotta manage to paint this thing?
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Yeah, they explained why we don't,
I knew you would understand.
use books.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali?
Kid from the spirits. Yeah, okay, bro.
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed.
You've been appointed for the last
so
200
whenever
years.
I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Fuck it. Why tell them at this point?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how
Shout
to do
out to it being us and Marvel. Right, she said it had to be an important event. Helping us destroy the fucking event.
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yeah, I can see us radiating off the side of that bitch.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time.
I mean, shit, you've been able to do it for the last 200 years, so yeah, I imagine.
Ever since Sweet Ceiling died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever.
How old are you again?
After
How long
all,
can you live?
I have all the time in the world.
How are you immortal again? Do we ever get explained that?
But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
Nice. You could sort of never stop trying to find her friends.
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point.
Well, make some friends,
This
you
time,
shut-in
though,
bitch. Goddamn.
you win, Claw. Take this.
Like master,
I
like
guess
apprentice.
it's my response to what you told me the other night.
What is that? Oh, her color. Literally.
What is it?
Her memory. Her color.
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief.
Look at that.
Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind.
Does that mean I'm officially your friend?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Shut up,
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Yeah, Paimon, you're not gonna be included in this. That's what I'm trying to
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it.
do. Our color's
Sharing
brain rot.
senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories.
Was it one way?
And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts, Because you left traces of color in each other's memories?
Maybe just use that technique on someone close to you. You'll be able to permanently hear their thoughts.
And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too. Because it works both ways, right?
That's a terrible
Quick
fucking
thinking.
thing.
But only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around.
Okay.
There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
No, you won't.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories.
No, okay.
So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
Let's see if Pylon's pea-brain figured it out.
I knew it. Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
Like I said, it's permanent. If you do that with someone who you have shared the memory with, just frag yourself.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it. It'll probably take some time, though, so bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
Just keep animate Pylon flying through. Alright, so you can turn it off? That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again.
How
No
far does it
promises,
work?
though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
See, with all these handkerchiefs, yeah, she has a handkerchief, fucking... Oh, we're gonna take the big ass scroll? No, I mean, I imagine we take it. Next day. Nice little quest. The villain was kind of stupid, but it fit. It's not like the Kanish one where the main point is just falls flat and no one was a villain, but even then it doesn't make sense. This one, he kind of wasn't the main purpose. It doesn't really matter if his segment falls flat. His goal for the entire part made sense up until the end. Where it's like, bro, just change the advertisement. Was more of the villain's just an idiot.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
Yeah, bro. We need you to investigate. You failed once? Well, hopefully your investigation helps. Oh, you just did the entire thing without us.
Wow! The scroll is finished already!
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
I swear to God, if we say a mysterious vision. Okay.
I see.
I thought we just said mysterious vision.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
Nice.
All right, we'll leave that to you.
Well, you know how the technique works, so figure it out.
And please pass along my thanks to Granny Citlali. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended, and it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing.
Look at that.
We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
That's a crazy...
So he was behind the controversy
It's
in the
an
first place.
extraditionary Fontaine
Guess it's
fucking
easier
police
to
force.
investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Yeah, they do.
Until we meet again.
What?
Ah, Natlan's victory against the Abyss. Very fitting for a scroll like this.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I wonder how long until Elder Talapo chooses the next appointed.
Speaking of Elder Talapo, I heard he went missing yesterday. Do you know what happened?
Elder Talapo works in mysterious ways. The meaning of his departure will become clear in time, but for now, we cannot hope to fathom it.
He helped us read the scroll. What the fuck you mean? That's gonna be there for the rest of eternity? Nice. Citlali still gets no credit. That's of her choosing this time. What you doing sitting out here?
You told him everything, right?
Yep, we left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
No, it didn't. You had no hint.
You
of
could
knowing.
have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but the nigga deserved to actually know the technique, so you don't have to do this next 3 billion years.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
Yeah, you're the next chief.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
They let you off the hook?
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first.
What's that kid doing back there?
I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our story?
Yeah, he got royally fucked Outlanders.
Don't
in this tribe.
misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
That's got a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
No, you don't.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
Thorough interview. Citlali runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
We should probably get balling.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Great, bro. We still even get paid.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person.
We could do that.
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Don't stress about memories.
We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can.
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover.
Real.
Here, just take this.
Bro, we got the key to her house, bro. Shared memories, intrusive thoughts, forehead touch. Saved her life. Key to the house.
And this is?
Bro, what a slut.
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
Bro, she just said come in anytime, bro. Free use. How'd they get away with that? You see her walking on the bridge. See all his handkerchief and key, bro. So now it's special to mark to stand out. Well, let's hit up our reputation. Once we get rid of those damn bucks. Oh. It's only there for the quest? Really? That's gotta be a joke, right? So the tapestry's just gone? That's kinda lame. What's she? Oh, the fireflies. Oh, look, what's she like doing that too? I think you can see where I've been based on what quest I've got done. Where's Miss Citlali on this? There she is. Slowly but surely, we're getting it done. I'll have to my color abides you result. Bro, all the fucking things make sense now. All of them. Mystique soup also is crazy. Oh, I thought that would keep the tapestry, but fuck me, I guess. Why not? Next one's Flower Feather Clan. Ancient Sacred Mountain. I still need to do all the rest of the stuff. I haven't even did all the fucking waypoints on this shit. God, I got so much I gotta do. That was you don't play this fucking game. What is Giant Publishing House again? It's down here, right? Let's get her books. It's just gonna cost us money, ain't it? Is it Giant Publishing House? Yes, it is. No. Oh shit, what is the publishing house? Fuck, I haven't been there in years. Where is it? Where is it actually? I know it's, obviously, Inazuma City. There it is, up here.
The new book from Yai Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
Jesus, you got a bunch of shit. Do the adventure challenge with this dude. First edition of all my trigger buttons looks really good. I must say, your friend clearly knows a thing or two. I'm going to go to nothing and then ask blah, 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 blah. Am I still available? You'll find either of them in the open market, selling down stories. You can copy stuff like I happen to have a copy each. I can pay you. These books are far beyond your possession if you can appreciate its true worth. Knowing that, I'd be more than happy to give them to you. Really? He's just gonna give us the books? That's insane. You just gave us limited editions. No, I haven't. Item storage limitations. Archived or entries already been recorded. That's interesting. I've never seen those lines before. Does Citlali's house have like a tag now? No, we gotta manually walk to that bitch. Fuck. Almost done with the Tribal Chronicles. Probably should have done all of them when they came out, but you know, I don't do that. As you know. Good story quest. I think I haven't really talked about it, but I mean, my thoughts
Let's
were
rock.
nothing crazy happened in this one. Pretty simple. Cutscene was simple too. Really interesting. Where's her books at? Fuck it, let's place it down. Piece of paper. I think someone of writing it out. Damn, I'm just taking shit out of her house. Oh, the books you're looking for, and you were sleeping when we got here. I didn't want to wake you. Maybe drink a little less next time. Really? Oh, hang on now. Yeah, but we can't enter the bedroom. We can't go to the basement either? What the fuck, bro? All creativity gone.